with that being said, let's go ahead and go to the next part, which is chat. So everybody on the left-hand side of your bar here, please go ahead and press chat. As you can see, I actually have a new message from Patty Rich.
Patty Fernandez, which is Richard Crancer.
So everybody, why don't we go ahead and let's just look at what this looks like. If you look at the top here in the purple section, there is a pencil inside of a square or a pen. Go ahead and press that, and that's going to open up a new chat. Within this new chat, it's a great way to message people within your company that can either be done singularly, one person, or you can be in a group. They work both the same way. So the easiest way to try and find somebody is you can actually just put the @ symbol, and it will give you all the different options. Yes, all the different options of who you can actually message. So let's say today, you know what? I actually need to talk to Joni about the marketing report. So everybody go ahead and create a new chat and send it to somebody here in the group. I am Megan Bowen. If everyone wants to show me some love, go ahead and send me a message. So I'm gonna go, where is the marketing report? So everybody go ahead and send messages to yourself. Hey Nestor, how are you doing today? Hello there.
I think that's me. I think I'm him.
All right. You need a lower voice.
Thank you, Joni. I appreciate that. Where is the marketing report? So you guys see, not only is it effective for sending messages, right? But I can also add people to this group. So if you look right here, okay, I'm talking to Joanna right now. And I say, you know what? I actually need to loop in Nestor into this conversation. Let me actually add Nestor then. Let me add him. And it creates a new conversation with both of us. Hello there. And boom.
All right.
And into cyberspace. So great way to communicate through chat. That being said, chat is not just meant for chat. Chat was created so that you can share any kind of information. It can be words, but it can also be a bunch of different other things. So if you look here at this down bar right here, where I'm talking about Joanna and Nestor, right, I can actually format this so it can change how it looks if I so desire. And I can also attach any kind of document. So I'm not sure if they have anything in this OneDrive. Let's see. Okay, they have the international marketing strategy. There you go. So let me go ahead and share this international marketing strategy with Joanna and Nestor. Boom. Okay, you know what? Maybe I actually want to share an emoji because I'm very happy. So there's a heart. I want to send a GIF actually because I want to say a joke maybe. I personally don't send them, but if you need TP, here you go.
So Andres, you know, what's interesting about this, when I worked at Microsoft and we came out with the Teams, right, the Teams thing, and we everyone kind of finally figured out how to use it. It was frowned upon to put in GIFs and frowned upon to put in emojis. However, it kind of became something like, well, we didn't care as frowned upon because during some meetings or some things, we just started putting in GIFs like way to go or up, and it ended up being kind of cool to kind of you know, add this, and actually inside of like a group meeting, you can then put the same thing, GIFs, like way to go, or you can give them other things. So it's very interesting. You know, you won't use it maybe right now, but you know, sometimes it brings levity to the situation. All right, I'll let you back to you.
No worries. Another cool feature. See, I got another GIF from Lee. We might have to do a poll. Is it GIF or GIF? We'll have to find out. But but another cool thing. So you can actually open up this file here. And what I learned recently, Sherman, is if you edit this, all of the edits are going to stay here within this chat. So this is saved. This file right now is saved within this chat. So I can make any kind of edits, and anyone else who joins it will be able to work with it too. You see how Joanna just joined it, right? So now she can actually, it tells me she's on page 2. I can actually see her working, and we can edit this together. We'll jump into this a little more when we go into our file section. But just so you know, if you edit it within chat, it's going to stay within chat, all those edits. Okay, so let me get out of here.
That's a good point, man. I didn't know that. Yeah. Wow.
Another cool thing, if you look right here, you see this eye. This recently came out within the last couple months. Microsoft, you can now see that everyone saw this message. So if they tell you that they didn't see the message and you see the eye, they are lying to you. So good thing for the manager to know there. Interesting stuff. But you know what? Okay, I've had enough of it. Joanna and Nestor, we just can't communicate well. I need to have a meeting. Let's go ahead and schedule a meeting then. I'm going to say Teams training. You can actually schedule a meeting from the chat function, send the invite. And now if I look at the calendar, I have it scheduled right here. So those are all the features that come with chat. It's extremely useful. We use it every day within our work because it's just an effective way of communicating. And one of the things that I want to touch on as well is, why is chat effective? It's effective because people typically use email a lot of times to communicate. And I mean, I'm sure you've been in one of those group emails where there's about 15 people, somebody decides to go reply all, and then you get 50 messages that have nothing to do with you. We want to make sure we bring that down, bring the number of emails, that email creep that you're experiencing. And a great way to bring that down is for any kind of conversation you need to have that's quick and simple and you need a question answered, go ahead and just go with chat. I don't know if you want to add in anything else, Sherman. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so a couple questions came up. It says, Keisha mentioned, so does your availability sync with Outlook? So I'll answer that. Yes, 100%. It absolutely syncs with Outlook. Number two, Don Swanson, and Don, I'm going to have to ask you to maybe elaborate a little bit on that. Stored in OD48.
Yeah, sure. That when you pulled up that document that you edited in the chat, and said it stays in the chat, is that document actually stored in OneDrive for Business? I mean, where would you find that actual document? Is it?
So I guess this would be a malpractice for me to send this in here and not save it anywhere else. We'll touch on that right now. What you would actually do is whatever team you're corresponding with, say this is the marketing team, right? We'll go retail. What you would do is you would probably download that, or actually you can do it from here. Actually, now that I think about it, you can go here.
Well, hold on. No. So what you're doing is correct, but to answer your question, Don, it's saved in SharePoint. Okay, so Teams resides on top of SharePoint. So there's a SharePoint file that is Teams chat, and then you can click on that, and that's where it would be saved in chat. You don't really want to do too much of this type of collaboration inside of a chat. What you'd rather do is actually, create a file inside of the team or the channel. We'll go into that, and because that's just a little bit more intuitive where it's at, right? Where is that document? But maybe it's something simple, and you can do it that way.
The other thing too, maybe there might be a concern for that because you can chat and have a million messages and then you have to scroll up. You can actually just press files right here. It'll be located.
Hold on, let me I'm gonna put it back on your screen. Okay.
So you might be worried because, this is only a couple messages. Let's say I send this and then 100 messages later, I can't find it. You can actually just press files right up here and it'll be located right there. But like I said, this is a good segue. Let's go ahead and get into Teams here on the left-hand side.
Wait,
this is really where you want to
Did you show the scheduling a meeting inside of this and then calling people inside of chat?
Let me do the call. I did the schedule meeting, but let me actually do a call. Good point. So let's actually just do a call right now.
You can call. I'm Diego. Call Diego.
Okay,
so
let me exit out of this then. Pick it up. Diego. Yo.
Okay, so call me. Okay. So I'm getting a notification. I'm going to go ahead and answer the phone call just inside of here. Okay. And then you can see Diego's now in there. So the other thought on this is sometimes you're chatting and you're like, hey, let's just jump on a quick call. Let's just get in here. So very easy to do that. And then you can also add attendees to that call if you like. Okay, back to you, Andres.
Oh, I was going to I was going to add something, Andres, on the chat function. There's a contacts tab or on chat. So I think, for example, like in United Way, if you're managing multiple teams and you want to talk to them, you could click contacts right there, and you can create different chat groups.
Yes. Yes.
Right here.
So
Great.
similar to
Great
Skype.
ad.
So that way, you can do it in Teams, but really from a chat function, you don't want to keep posting to the whole channel or something. So this might be a good option too.
So Jonathan has a question here. Jonathan, why don't you go ahead and unmute, or let's say I think I just unmuted you, or why don't you talk a little bit about the question you posted?
I was actually getting at something you were touching on there. Once you've collaborated in your chat, you've worked on a document, and now you want to save it somewhere like OneDrive, and you want to email it to someone or do some other thing with it. How do you get it out of your chat? And I think you were starting to answer that.
Yes. So the easiest, simplest way would actually be just to download it right here. Download it, and then Go ahead, Sherman. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think, and that's why you gotta be careful with doing it inside a chat. You want to do it inside of your teams, because we're going to show you a way to categorize all of your files so that you can then go into Teams. We'll show you this functionality of how to share that from the team, but you really don't want to be taking stuff out of Teams into putting into different folders, because what Teams is going to help us do is categorize things, and we're no longer going to have that issue of saving things to weird places, right? That then tomorrow we forget. There's the greatest place in the world that we said, saved it to today, but tomorrow we forgot where that was, right? So, I think we'll get to the file section, but in chat, maybe it's just simple, and then maybe you just want to download it yourself. Okay, fine. But we want to kind of use another way of really collaborating, and I'll let Andres go into this. So he's going to go into Teams.
Definitely. Let's go ahead